You're listening to the Retro Mo Podcast. I'm your host, Mo, and I love to play and review old video games and a few new games too. If you prefer to read instead of listen, check out my written reviews at retromo.substack.com. In this episode, I'll be sharing my experience with Vampire Survivors for the PC, released in 2022. I've scored this game 8 out of 10. A great game. An immensely satisfying stimulus overload that's just a bit over-repetitive. After almost 50 hours of Balatro goodness, I wanted to dip my toes into another roguelike. I'd heard great things about Vampire Survivors, so I plunked down the meager $5 cost for entry and gave it a go. In Vampire Survivors, you control the movement of an automatically attacking character that faces increasingly difficult waves of monsters. Defeating enemies grants XP, these little gems which must be collected, gold, and also treasure chests. Within a run, each new level grants an upgrade to your character's weapon build. Busting up static objects in the level may also drop some floor chicken, as they call it, a healing item for your character. From the very beginning, Vampire Survivors is a bit of a grind. You'll need to put in several failed runs until you begin to earn enough gold to purchase permanent stat upgrades. It takes time to increase your stat boost to the point where it feels like it's actually making a difference. But as you learn the game's mechanics and discover various power-up combos, called evolutions, you eventually reach a critical mass where you start seeing more winning runs. More gold means more permanent stat boosts, and thus even more winning runs. Most of the levels are considered completed once the in-game timer reaches 30 minutes. Then, Death himself shows up and quickly puts you out of your misery, unless you have the right build to actually defeat him. I was never able to do that. The real joy of the game is exploring the variety of weapons available to you. There are over 150 unlockable weapons, characters, upgrades, and more. The pixel graphics are plenty charming, and the sound effects are just pure ear candy, especially late in a run when dozens of monsters are just melting at your feet every millisecond. It's immensely satisfying. The soundtrack is solid as well. Po' Racho is my favorite character, since he starts with garlic, which is hands down my favorite base weapon. I also look for King Bible, Magic Wand, Santa Water, and Rune Tracer upgrades whenever possible. A fully upgraded garlic and King Bible combo is usually enough just to get you late into a run. The area of effect synergy is very strong, but really securing the weapon evolutions is the key to consistently getting those winning runs. After pushing through the first few hours, this game really sucked me in. I enjoyed grinding out some gold for the permanent stat boosts. However, due to the repetitive nature of the gameplay, I eventually reached a point where I could only knock out 1 or 2 runs at a time before needing a long break from the game. Vampire Survivors is a great game to boot up for a quick run or two as a palate cleanser between other games. Balatro, on the other hand, would consistently suck me in for 4+ hour gaming binges. I've only put about 9 hours into Vampire Survivors, and I've enjoyed that time, but I don't think I've been quite as enraptured as the rest of the Vampire Survivor fanbase. Overall, I still recommend Vampire Survivors for any fans of the roguelike genre. For only $5, or even less if you catch it on sale, you can get ample enjoyment from this well-crafted shoot-'em-up. Give it a go. Thanks for listening to the Retro Mo Podcast. As always, I do my best to keep all of my content spoiler-free and rated E for everyone. If you find this podcast enjoyable or helpful, tell a friend and consider giving a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. If you have questions or comments, you can send an email to retromopodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening. Godspeed.